Hi, my name is Noel Davis, and today we're going to do a harvest of our Vermibag Max and see how the castings come out the bottom. So I've done one other harvest before on video, and I have harvested it in the past, but I haven't harvested it since I did the bokashi composting. And I really want to see if the castings are very much different, or if they're too dry, too wet, and how it's doing. So we're going to empty this out a little bit through the bottom and see how it's doing. All right, so here we go. We're going to grab the zipper here. I'm going to see if I can find it right here. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Now, there's a lot of weight in the bottom here. There we go. That's open. A little bit of water coming out the bottom. Looks like I have some sort of bug here. I'm not sure what this is right here. You can identify that. Hold on, let's see if I can get you a better view here. Almost looks like a grub of some sort. So that's in the bottom of my bin here. I'm going to just leave that in here. Definitely a little bit damp. A little bit of water dripping out. That's okay. Oh, it's a little bit compacted back here. I really should have probably emptied this out before. It's a little bit dry. Drier than it should be, definitely. This is what happens when you don't harvest these things very often, or as often as you should, and they dry out. So we have this section right here that's sort of like a plug that just dried out, and we'll have to see if I can get this apart later and sort of add this or moisten it in some way and get it to break apart. So let's see if we can get any more of this stuff out here. All right, we got some more of the plug. It's really compacted down here because I haven't emptied it in such a while. But so far this is going pretty easily. Another big part of the plug down here. I'm just sort of scraping out handfuls now of compost. Alright, see if I can get up in here. Here's another one of those. At least I thought I saw one. I don't know where it went. I thought I saw another one of those beetles or whatever they are that's all over, that was on the bottom here. So all right. Now when you do this, guys, yourself, I always do recommend that you wear gloves. You know, you don't want to get this stuff all through your hands. You don't know what you're reaching into fully unless you have your head under here too, which you probably shouldn't be doing. Actually, here's a worm right there that came out. Find him. Oops. So, right there, a worm. We'll throw him back in the top later. One of the big problems I have with this bin is it feels like there is some sort of growth, as far as like something's growing roots in here, and it's actually holding it in. So as you can see, I'm pulling these roots out here, and it's actually holding this stuff in the bag really well. So you can see here's the root structure. Oop, I just fell. Here's the root structure right here. And that's holding this in the bin, or the bag, really well, and it's making it very hard to get this stuff out, as I have to break the roots apart to get it. So, see if I can just get some more of this out here. See, you can see it's holding it in the bag right here. So, all right, I'm gonna lay down here and see if I can get my arm a little bit further, get a little bit better leverage. As you can see, more root system here. This stuff is really hard to break apart off these roots. I mean, I can feel I'm ripping them inside here. There we go. Now we're starting to get this loose a little bit here. Still a couple of chunks in here where it's really pressed up against the side. Looks like it's even taken the texture of the side of the bag here, if you can see. Unless it's pulling off chunks of the bag. I'm not sure which. I don't think it is, but it looks like it's just taken up the pattern of the side of the bag. Now this stuff in here is really compacted in because I haven't harvested in a while. And these roots have been helping to hold all this stuff up better, so it wasn't even falling down all the way. And it still isn't because of that root system. You can still see I'm still pulling out chunks of it here, and it's a really big root system that's going through here. So I don't know what was growing, but it's taken over the bottom of this bin here. All right, now we're starting to get a little bit of more movement here. Now we're starting to get some worms out of the bottom here. So I think I'm going to stop here as we're getting quite a bit of worms, and now it's starting to fall a little bit more freely. But, you know, we've got these chunks in here that are really dried out a little bit on the side. Some big worms down here. Here's a nice big one. So I might have to go through this a little bit and try to sort it out just so I don't get rid of all these worms. But it's doing pretty well. And this is really easy to harvest because of how wide and open it is on the bottom here. Let me just scrape out a little bit more maybe from the sides. All right, I think that might be good. Any more, I'm afraid I'm going to collapse the entire bin down into here, which I've had happen before when harvesting. And what happens is you break that specific amount of pressure. It's pressing on the sides or pressing in, and it kind of compresses down, and it makes that nice barrier. And all of a sudden you break it open, everything just slides right out of the bin. So this is a pretty good harvest from here. I probably should have harvested it about a month or two ago, and I wouldn't have had a big chunk like this in there. When I've harvested in the past, I've still had these roots almost every single time. I don't know what this is that's growing in here. I think I've heard some people say it's like mycelium or something like that, like almost like a mushroom type thing. But it's just constantly in here. It just keeps spreading and spreading and growing and growing. And I can't seem to harvest past it. And I don't want to restart the bin since it's going so well. So that's a harvest here. You know, you get a good amount of material. This is a little bit more brown than you might expect for, you know, black gold. But it is a really good mix right here at the bottom. I don't think I'm to the bokashi section. You know, maybe not. I see a peanut shell or two. So I did throw those in with the bokashi. So maybe that is, part of this is the bokashi mix in here, which actually composted really well. You know, except for the root system in here. It does look pretty good. It looks like it's ready to go. You know, I'm definitely finding worms in here. So this is time to stop and zip this back up. So to do that here, I'm just going to kind of take off my glove here to zip this back up. It's a little hard to zip with the dirty glove on here. Just zip this back up. This zips up pretty easily. There we go. It's all zippered in. Kind of knock the sides, move it around a little bit. And now it's ready to go again. And we've got all this harvested right here. So we've got almost a little over half a tray. Just see here, let's spread this out. Yeah, probably about maybe probably half a tray actually. If you take this out, maybe just slightly under half a tray. So that's not bad for a harvest. I'll probably try to harvest this a little bit more often as I'm getting into these warmer months here. I've been trying to do more harvesting. So this is a good update here, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you have questions, or if you know what that grub was that was in here, you know, please let me know in the comments. I've never seen one of these things before. Whoop, just saw it a second ago. So let me just show this again here. So this guy right here, I don't know what he is, but it was in the bottom of the bin. I've never seen one before. It's got like little hairs on him too. Almost looks like some sort of grub you'd find in your yard or something like that. So I'm really surprised to find one in the bin here. Not sure where it's from or what it is, but looks like this is all pretty healthy. So I'll be throwing this outside soon after I kind of sort through it a little bit, make sure I don't have too many worms in here. And this will be going out to the yard. So thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please ask and let me know.